There was a time when I absolutely despised BMC Studios. They were untalented, meme-spewing hacks taking up space on the Steam storefront with 2 games that barely had any programming to speak of, and stories that were painfully poorly acted with plots that gave up after about 5 minutes. But over time, the pendulum has swung the other way, and I know this is going to sound crazy, I kind of look forward to their new games. For one, and I admit this is a wholly selfish reason, their games are fun to riff and make for easy videos. For two, their third game, Cumulator 2 The Bottle Flip Master, was actually a somewhat competently made choose-your-own-adventure game that signaled that they were actively trying to improve. And three, Steam has become a rampaging dumpster fire around them. There is a long overdue video about Steam Direct in the works, but to put it simply, the shutdown of Steam Greenlight this year has opened the floodgates and literally anyone can put damn near literally anything on Steam and nobody will stop them. A group of kids with a questionable sense of humor but actively trying to hone their craft look like godsends compared to an endless tidal wave of achievement spammers, cheap stolen asset flips from 1,000 hacks, one guy who posted 5 cheap-ass clone games a day for weeks on end, and a guy who literally made Fidget Spinner Simulator just to troll his critics. So yeah, we're having fun. We're just here to laugh with a BMC game. Let's play There is a Genie in My Szechuan Sauce. They do not make it easy to like them. The game begins with Elaine watching TV when a commercial comes up for Szechuan sauce.
Hey, Szechuan sauce. Level here. Do you like sauce?
I really hope they didn't pay money for this so-called animation. Suddenly, Elaine's friend Paul calls to tell him that he's got some Szechuan sauce.
Have you heard about the Szechuan sauce? I got the sauce.
How did you get it?
Maybe he bought it at the store that you just saw advertising Szechuan sauce, you doofus! Elaine goes over to Paul's house while someone breaks into Elaine's house and watches him walk away in first person, which is never mentioned again. All I can think through this whole intro is, wow, Elaine lives in a really nice house. This is the loudest that I could get the game's audio to play, by the way. It's difficult to understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I just saw the ad on TV.
Guess what?
You're a Genie?
What?
I have to turn the volume up as high as it'll go to have any hope of understanding.
Hey, what's up?
Ah! Jesus! And then the volume keeps spiking so that your ears bleed. Elaine goes over to see Paul, who repairs fidget spinners because memes, and they get ready to eat the sauce. Suddenly, a magic genie appears wearing fidget spinner glasses, an Emoji Movie parody shirt, and just in case BMC wasn't punchable enough yet, a Make America Great Again hat. The genie offers 4 wishes, and somehow, the audio is too bad to make out how, Elaine wastes the first, asking why it's not 3 wishes.
Fuck. Paul, I'm so sorry. I wish that Paul died.
And then, quite abruptly, Elaine wishes for the genie to murder Paul so he can swipe the remaining wishes. Not sure what's funny here, so I'll just say, Paul's actor mimes dying really well. Makes you wonder if he's had practice hanging out with this crew.
Yes!
So here's the first choice of the game. You can wish to be made good-looking, or you can wish for a girlfriend. If you wish to be made good-looking, the genie tells you that's impossible, and it kicks you back to the choice.
I wish to be good looking.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I might have superpower, but some things are impossible.
If I were writing this script, and I hadn't beaten the cast and crew to death with my keyboard, I would have added a punchline for asking too many times. Like this.
Come on, man, I want to be made good looking. What part of your fugly mug can't be fixed do you not understand? Well, what the hell kind of shit genie are you anyway? You can't grant one of the most basic wishes around? Oh, that's how it's going. Okay, you want to be good looking, motherfucker? I can do good looking. Here. What? I defy you to find a single woman who doesn't think you're adorable as balls right now. There really is no pleasing people, I swear.
So you're forced to ask for a girlfriend, and the genie revives Paul as a woman because he can't create new people. They do nothing with this joke. You'd think he'd check to make sure Paul's really a woman now, or be kinda traumatized at the realization that he now has to make out and have sex with the face of his male best friend whom he murdered over Szechuan sauce. Nope, he just kinda shrugs whenever Paul is on screen, and Paula stands there twirling her hair and talking even less intelligibly than he did beforehand. Seriously, I could at least hazard a guess at the paper hand of Kelso. I can't even begin to guess what she's supposed to be mumbling here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paula.
So next you get to ask the genie a question. You can ask to eat the sauce, or you can ask why the genie lives in a sauce packet. I ask the sauce packet question, and all the genie says is, because I'm cool, biatch. And he says it 4 times.
It's because I'm cool, bitch!
Okay.
Yep. Bitch!
Okay.
Yep. Bitch!
Okay.
Now, if I were writing this script and I hadn't slit the entire cast and crew's throats with the paper used to print said script, this is how I'd have the question play out.
Why did you live in Szechuan sauce?
I don't have a say in where I live, dude. That's not how genies work. You seriously think I would choose to live in a 2 cubic inch plastic packet full of liquid that's brown, sticky, and smells like feet?
Either way, Elaine wishes for some chicken nuggets to eat with the Szechuan sauce.
I want to have chicken nuggets.
Are you serious?
The payoff here is kind of funny as the genie gets so fed up he chucks something at Elaine's head.
We have 1 cup!
But I want chicken nuggets!
I can relate, but I want to take a crack at the scene myself for a minute, if you don't mind.
I want to have chicken nuggets.
What?
What? I want to eat the sauce.
Dumbass, you can buy chicken nuggets. You can wish for anything. World peace, a working lightsaber, game development skills, horny, naked Scarlett Johansson in this room right now.
But I want chicken nuggets!
I relish the thought that I will never see you again.
Then Elaine has this spaz attack.
Oh my god! Oh my god! My name's Jeff! My name's Jeff! My name's Jeff!
I have racked my brain trying to think of why he starts yelling, "My name Jeff," and I got nothing.
Are you happy?
So the last 2 choices of the game actually affect the story, and I am legitimately surprised that I called this a story with a straight face. The genie tells Elaine that he is a chicken nugget, and you can choose to argue with him. I did a logic and called bullshit on the genie, which prompts the genie to challenge you to lick yourself. I again refused because, brain, and the genie tells Paula to taste him. Elaine pulls a gun out of his ass and shoots Paula. And then it's over. I don't know whether to be pissed that the game just cut off or to be happy that the game ended. Then, after the unskippable credits, you see a guy find the packet of Szechuan sauce on the ground, and then it cuts to the genie sitting in an armchair in silence for like a full minute, which also cannot be skipped. He's clearly talking, but it's muted out. He just sits there. Cut! 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 And I don't mean the film. Lacerate everyone across the face. Okay, we found the bad ending. Let's see if we can get a better one. If you refuse to believe that you're a chicken nugget and then you opt to taste yourself...
Can you remember a time in your life when that sentence would have sounded really strange? 'Cause I can't.
If you taste yourself, the genie laughs that he got you to lick yourself. Game ends. Okay, strike that. Now we found the bad ending. If you believe that you're a chicken nugget, Paula decides to kill you because she can't date a chicken nugget. I hate it when they make sense. Elaine again pulls a gun out of his ass, raising the question of why he had to waste a wish on killing Paul, and you can shoot either the genie or Paula. Shooting the genie is actually kind of funny.
What the fuck, man? You can't kill a genie! Are you retarded?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Goodbye. What the fuck?
And then Paula claims that she's an alien and the game ends. Okay, now I'm confused. Which one's the bad ending? Shooting Paula makes Elaine lie down on his back and waggle his arms and legs in the air like a doggy, and then the game ends. So all the endings are shit. Glad we cleared that up. So that's the story, with all of its complex, rewarding endings resulting from your choices totally shaping the course of the narrative. That's everything. Every possible pretzel-like twist you can shape out of this mind-bogglingly complex story. A single playthrough takes about 10 minutes, 2 of which are the credits and post-credit that you have to sit through every freaking game. The only other content is a special features menu, which does nothing but let you rewatch the crappy sauce commercial and lists a survival game mode that does nothing.
I'm sorry, you need to be cool to access that game mode.
So if there's a survival mode, does that mean it's possible to get Elaine killed? So there is a good ending. Alright, constructive criticism time. The sudden abrupt changes in volume are crazy annoying, with you constantly cranking up the volume to try and understand the dialogue, and then getting bitch slapped by someone screaming biatch in your ear. The actors' accents, mumbling, and the distance from which they're filmed make it nigh impossible to understand some of the lines. The acting is okay, but some more emoting wouldn't go amiss. They really just need to dial in a balance between the cartoony cringe of their early games with the flat and subdued performances here. Filming indoors means there's no white noise in the microphone, and the camera work is alright, so there are technical improvements here. The Genie gets in a few laughs as he gets increasingly annoyed with Elaine's idiocy, and he has some over-the-top mannerisms that get a few slight chuckles, but he's the only guy who brings any funny. The biggest absolute problem with the game is the almost complete lack of plot. Nothing happens in this game! You're just arguing with a guy about chicken nuggets! That's it! And it makes the game feel like a lame-ass comedy sketch or a home movie. I know BMC is watching this. Sometimes the thought creeps me out, and I just want to say, progress is never a straight line. Even masters of their craft have good days and bad days, like Ridley Scott with the drop-dead gorgeous visuals of Prometheus surrounding the worst old man makeup ever put to film. Seriously, what the hell was up with that? So don't get discouraged, and for God's sake, write an actual story next time.
Batman meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it is fucking awesome. Merry Christmas.